Tariff deal? They are lying to you again. On April 30th, 2025, the tariff policies pushed by President Donald Trump continue to have a profound impact on the global economy and financial markets. The controversial decision to impose steep tariffs on China has triggered widespread uncertainty and economic losses across the globe, including in the United States itself. The U.S. gross domestic product, or GDP, contracted by an annualized 0.3% in the first quarter of 2025, marking the country's first economic decline since 2022. This downturn is largely attributed to a sharp increase in imports and a slowdown in consumer spending. Although private consumption grew by 1.8%, this is a significant drop from the 4% growth seen in the previous quarter. Imports surged at an annualized rate of 41.3%, 50.9% in goods, driven in large part by businesses rushing to stock up ahead of potential new tariffs. Meanwhile, exports barely rose, up only 1.8%, dragging net trade and subtracting over 5 percentage points from GDP. President Trump, rather than acknowledging the impact of his policies, deflected responsibility and blamed his predecessor, Joe Biden. Wall Street responded sharply to the disappointing data, with losses across all major sectors, wiping out billions in market value. The Nasdaq alone fell 2.4%, and companies like Amazon, Nike, and Nvidia experienced significant drops. Despite the mounting evidence, administration officials continue to double down on misleading narratives. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick echoed Trump's claims that hundreds of countries are eager to make deals with the U.S., though he refuses to name even one. In an effort to obscure the consumer impact, the administration reportedly pressured Amazon to withhold detailed price breakdowns of products affected by tariffs, presumably to prevent Americans from realizing that tariffs directly translate into higher prices. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent also dodged questions about whether China had engaged in any recent trade discussions with the U.S., failing to name a single Chinese official involved. Meanwhile, China's government has publicly and repeatedly denied any such talks and stated they will not negotiate while punitive tariffs remain in place, saying they won't enter talks with a gun pointed at their head. The Trump administration has now passed its 100-day mark, with troubling statistics piling up. Public approval has plummeted to just 39%, making it one of the least popular administrations in modern U.S. history. Yet Trump continues to claim falsely that his approval ratings are the highest ever recorded. In reality, inflation has risen, and further economic strain is expected. New car prices are projected to increase by around $6,000, and U.S. soybean farmers are facing losses estimated at $5.9 billion. The stock market has already shed nearly 9% of its value. Perhaps most concerning is the administration's growing use of coordinated misinformation, with officials appearing more focused on parroting Trump's narratives than addressing the real damage being done. Critics have compared the administration's communication tactics to those used in authoritarian regimes, most notably Venezuela, where disinformation is widespread. The difference for now is that the U.S. still enjoys freedom of the press. However, even that is under threat. Trump has increasingly targeted judges, journalists, and media outlets that challenge his policies or refuse to amplify his misleading statements. The erosion of free speech and press freedoms may soon become the next battleground, a topic we'll explore in an upcoming video. Please like and subscribe for more.